Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we got some problems here. I want to thank Troy in North Carolina for this report. But there's a superbug bacteria that is widespread in the United States in the chicken. Unbelievable. According to Reuters out of Washington, D.C., about half of the raw chicken breast, in the nationwide sampling carries an antibiotic-resistant superbug bacteria, according to U.S. Consumer Group said on Thursday, December the 19th, 2013, calling for stricter limits on use of the medicines that are being used on the livestock. You see, it could be more difficult to treat people if they become ill after eating chicken that has an antibiotic-resistant bacteria in it, according to Consumer Group reports, which describes itself as the world's largest independent product testing organization. The group said it tested for 6 types of bacteria in 316 raw chicken breasts purchased from retailers nationwide during the month of July 2013. Almost half of the samples contained potentially harmful bacteria. Some 49.7% carried a bacteria resistant to 3 or more antibiotics, according to the group, and 11% had 2 types of bacteria resistance to multiple drugs. Resistance was most common for the antibiotics used for growth promotion and disease treatment of the poultry. So, Consumer Reports urge a passage of a law to restrict 8 classes of antibiotics for use only to treat humans and sick animals, not to prevent sickness among the poultry. The law would be more effective if said than the FDA plans are announced last week to phase down. The FDA says, well, we're going to phase down the non-medical use of the antibiotics in livestock over 3 years. In addition, it said the Agricultural Department should set levels of allowable salmonella and other types of bacteria in poultry and give its inspectors the power to prevent sale of the poultry meat and contains salmonella bacteria that is resistant to multiple antibiotics. Chicken is the most widely consumed meat in the United States. Americans have forecast to consume nearly 84 pounds per person. That's what they're going to expect it to eat. 84 pounds of chicken per person in the next coming year of 2014, compared to 53 pounds of beef and 48 pounds of pork. The broiler industry said it will cooperate with the FDA's planned phase down of antibiotics, although it says there is some negligible risk from current use of the drugs. Consumers should cook their poultry 165 degrees Fahrenheit to kill the bacteria and take steps such as using separate cutting board for the raw meat to avoid the cross-contamination of other foods. Wow, folks. This is not good. Half the chicken has been given antibiotic resistance. It's created, and that if you get the bacteria, that antibiotics won't cure you of the bacteria that you get, because half the chicken's contaminated or antibiotic resistant. This is huge. We do need to have a change of the law. We seriously, the land is greatly polluted. The land is greatly polluted. The Bible tells us we're going to have famines and pestilence. And one way to have a famine is if all the chicken and all the poultry is no good. Okay, now you can't eat that. You can't eat the beef. You can't eat the pork. You can't eat the lettuce. What else can't you eat? It doesn't matter if we've got farms full of stuff. You can't eat it. You've got a famine and pestilence, diseases, which Jesus said we would have, by the way, in Matthew 24, is some of the signs of the end times. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're living in the last days.